What's up everybody, welcome back to the channel. In today's video I'm going to be doing a repainting. Yes, you heard me right, a repainting, because I have already painted this figure, and it is, I know I'm going to mess up the name, Maguma. I know I probably messed up the name, but this is the Gorath kaiju. Now I know, far as I know, he's only been in one movie, and I kind of forgot what the movie was. But I do know that he was meant to be in Destroy All Monsters and a couple other kaiju films, but they never decided to put him in. Giving y'all that little bit of 360 look on him of what he looks like right now. Now, before I painted him the first time, this was one of those clear figures where it was translucent. I know I keep messing that word up, but I looked through different pictures. I was just going to paint him clear brown. But when I looked at other pictures and statues and some other stuff, he showed like this. But somebody made something to me though. When you go through the statues and stuff like that, that's something different. But when the person told me go look at the actual footage and everything, it shows that he's brown. So that's what we're going to do today. We're going to be repainting Maguma back to what he was meant to look like, a brown Walrus, but there'll probably be a little stuff here and there on him. I might leave the stomach, I don't know. But we're going to go and get started. And what I'm going to do is just add dark gray to him for my prime. Alright, I got them all primed up and ready to be painted. Great, doesn't look bad like this. But we're going to make him look more realistic though, kind of. So what we got is dark brown. Now we got the main body color on there, on Maguma. Hopefully I am saying that name right. But I could just move on, just do the eyes and teeth and his tusks. But I think I could add a few more things to him to make it more, how could I put this, more lifelike. So what we're going to do is add some color on his underbelly. Because I did notice when I went back and looked at some scenes from the movie, he does have a slight different color under, like for his neck, the under part of his neck and stomach area. So he's not just one whole color, like some things with figures and other stuff shows him as. So we're going to move on to that. And what I use for this next color is brown, a bluish gray, and antique white. Were the three colors I used to do this color for his underbelly. Now the gray, you would probably wonder why I use a bluish looking gray. But since the pictures and some stuff I've seen showing blue, like a grayish tone in there like this, I decided to fuse that into the color to give me this. Now, if you mixed it right, it will look like this. This kind of tannish, brownish color is what we're going to put on his underbelly. Now, Grant, you do not have to do this if you don't want to. If you want to just keep him plain brown, that is okay. Alright, I got the underbelly all straight. Looking great. Actually, it looks a lot better than what I thought it was going to turn out. With that little bit bonus. Now, I'm going to try and go a little bit more. Now, this is a step you can follow or you can skip. But I'm going to dry brush a lighter brown over the body and see how that turns out. Hopefully that looks good. So get our paper towel, a light brown, Alright, he came out beautiful looking with that extra dry brushing. Now, I know I went on and did the teeth and the eye off camera. If it will focus. There it goes. As y'all can see right here, even inside his mouth. Those were really hard to get to do. But the paint that I use for the teeth is just like what I use for bone color and teeth coloring. It's just antique white and caramel mix. Now right here, where the teeth and the guessing lips are at, or the top of the mouth is where that brown is, I decided to try something different. Since these are giant tusks, I decided to do a little bit of dry brushing right here with the same brown, but just lighter right here. Because I know some on animals, their tusk actually has that little bit going on. Sometimes with the claws too. But we're going to move. And oh yeah, the eye color is right here. That's all I did for the eyes. Now, I was going to give him that little black dot for the pupil, but when I went back and looked at some pictures, he doesn't have that in the movie. Some of the posters have it, but I decided to keep closer to the movie on the eyes. And I kind of like how it's just that green look, or that turquoise kind of look. I know I just showed y'all the color and everything, so that's the color that I used. Now we're going to move on to the last step for him, and that is MAC varnish. And the brand is right here. It's faded because I've had this ball for a couple years now, but it's MAC varnish. So let's go on and get him finished. Now I'm going to flip him over because I prefer doing the bottom of the feet or whatever's touching the bottom so that can dry so I can set him down while I finish. Alright, I finished him. And like I said before, he came out looking a lot better than what I kind of thought he was going to turn out when I first started. Granted, when I first started, I did not think about putting the underbelly on there, but I'm glad I did decide to do that, because that kind of bring it more to life in the dry brushing. But like I said, some of these steps you don't have to follow if you are trying to follow along. You can not do the underbelly or the dry brushing and just have the original kind of look. Hang on. For some reason it went out of focus. There we go. Get that money shot right there of Maguma. Hopefully I am saying that monster's name right. Give y'all that little bit of quick 360. Yeah, I know I need to look into getting me one of those spinning tables. But that'd be something to worry about another day. But yeah, I do like how he came out. Now, a fun little fact though, when I did get him, like I said at the beginning, this was a translucent figure. Just in case none of y'all believe me, this is actually something that came with him. And this is what this monster used to look like, is like this. Just clear, see-through plastic. Until I put that gray paint stuff on him. But I went through different pictures and that's what happened. But I'm glad I finally changed it to even look better. Because this actually to me looks 100 times better than that white and bluish gray on him. But yeah, I have thoughts about painting this, but instead doing what the original one looked like, where it's white and you get the factory colors on here, where it has the gray and the orange right here. I thought about doing like grass and dirt kind of look on it and still paint these like it should be. And so then I could use this for the whole lot different. But at least that way, if I wanted to put this in the snow, I can just sprinkle fake snow on top of it. And then when I'm done, just do that to dump it off. And then it still has the grass, the dirt tones, and everything. So you can put this anywhere you want it. On land, mountains, or beach. Or just kind of anywhere, I guess. Instead of it being just one spot. But that's something for me to work on for another day. But yeah, this was mostly for him. But since this came with him, I figure I would talk about it. But if you wonder why I get this set, not the original, just the plain colored one, I couldn't find that at the time. But I'm glad I did have a chance to get this monster years ago. And I finally fixed the paint job and it looks fantastic. Well, that's my opinion. But I hope to hear what y'all think, if y'all like how he came out. Or if y'all are going to try and do, if you have this figure and y'all want to try on yours. But I'm going to go on in the video here. And oh yeah, before I forget, I did actually make something to go with him. That is not this, or something like that. Something else to go with him, and that is this little girl right here. If the camera will focus, I guess that's the best it's going to do. Now, you're probably wondering, why in the world did I make a female to go with this monster when in the movie he ends up perishing at the end? Granted, I don't know. I bought a pack a while back. It had a seal lion in it. And when I got them and I painted them up, they worked in the right size, as y'all can see. So I ended up just saying that she's just a giant mutated sea lion, and since they're both kind of the same, I'm thinking sea lions are all in the same family. If I'm wrong, let me know. But that's why I kept the eyes, but I just repainted her off the side when I was painting him. But the only thing I did was did the underbelly, the dry brushing, and the eye. That's all I did. I didn't do the dark brown like I did him, or the teeth, because her teeth ain't showing. But I figure I would pull her on camera since in a few days it will be Valentine's Day. So I figured while that day was coming up, I figured I would just pull her on camera. I had her right off camera over on this side over here. So I had her beside me, so I pulled her over so y'all could get a look at her. And like I said, I don't even know how this happened. It just happened. It was just one of those good ideas, or good, bad. I don't know how you want to say it. It just happened. I bought a pack. It had a seal in it. I got him in the mail. Figured they went good together for sizing. So, there we go. I have my male and female walruses. Well, one walrus and one. There's our underbelly right here. It says sea lion. But if you look back at the Godzilla animated series, Zilla Jr. and Komodo Rex were not the same species. They were in the same, the same family line, but they weren't the same species, so I kind of went from that, I guess. I hope everybody's having themselves a good day, night. No, wait a minute, I mixed up there. Sorry. A good day or night, whatever time you are watching this. And I hope to see everybody next time.